Hello everyone, welcome back to Zero Escape. In fact, there were two doors with 9 on them and we found them in the chapel. Yes, we're back on Akane Vision. You know, it's been a day, but we're here. We split into two groups and walk through the doors. Yup, into the incinerator. Makes sense. For long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time, it was the only one. Why did you say it like that? Number 9, but this time it was the only one. Why'd you put the number instead of just spelling it out? That, I don't know, that seems weird. So these are all the kids. Yeah, there's Nona, there's Akane, there's Aoi, there's Snake. No idea who you, or you are. Or you, for that matter. There's only one door. That meant only 5 people could escape.
どうすればいいんだ。
他に扉はないのか。
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already,
Emergency alert! Emergency alert!
there's that sound file. Emergency alert.
Emergency incineration command has been confirmed.
I've heard this so many times now.
Automatic incineration will take action in 18 minutes.
So yeah, this is around the time that 7 comes and saves them, but also said some of the kids disappeared, so I'm guessing some of them... Yeah, Santa straight up said some of them took the door, and those were the ones that were left.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been confirmed.
なんだ。
何が起こったんだ。今の放送は何？なんて言ったの？
My brother Aoi swallowed hard and answered.
この部屋が焼かれるらしい。焼かれる。表のプレートに焼却炉って書いてあった。そして今のアナウンスは焼却の開始を告げるもので。だから。
Yeah, unfortunately, all of the berries that you're holding are going to be burned up. Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Okay, that just sounds like a Danganronpa line. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man as large as a bear. Okay, so the other kids were there. I just didn't remember seeing them in the pictures. 9 years later, we would call him 7.
敵じゃねえ。刑事だよ。お前らを助けに来たんだ。
The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent, away from the incinerator, and slid down the hall. Yeah, so the other kids leave. Yeah. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Aoi, Snake, and 7. The other children, the ones who had gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. Could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Yeah, because Akane gets separated. Eventually I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. Interesting? I thought they had the realization that Akane was left behind, but you're saying you got ahead. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized.
俊平くんからもらった宝物が。
Wait, you said Junpei? Oh, okay, yeah, Junpei's present. I knew I had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back, I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me, I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. Wow, you really got ahead! I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically. It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs in freedom... the door to the incinerator opened and a man stepped out. It was Hongo. Gintaro Hongo. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
いや、よく戻ってきたね。
His smile made my blood run cold. Looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his
さ
mouth.
あ、一緒に行こう。実験の続きをするんだ。
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist.
さあ、来るんだ。
There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. Pulled as hard as I could.
やめて離して
What was the gift from Junpei that I'm trying to wrap my head around? Like, what was it a gift he gave to you when you were young? Or did I was thinking gift meant like a gift that you knew thanks to your ability to see into the future, but that wouldn't be a tangible object unless the gift Junpei gave you was just where it was hidden. But you said you dropped it, so yeah, okay. I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
ジタバタするな。言うことを聞け。
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
お兄ちゃん助けて
Then suddenly, the door to the stairs flew open. My brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake. He heard my name again as he leapt toward Hongo.
お兄ちゃん
But then... Ha! You're too late, idiot! You didn't read your line. Hongo, please. Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fist clenched. Those fists never reached Hongo. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. I am interested to see if you did actually die here, if you made it out. This is gonna be pretty gruesome if you did die. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later... the 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran toward the door with the 9. I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice. My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
お兄ちゃんどうすればいいの閉じ込められたみたい
今度は
反対側のドアから外に
なんだって
Then it started again.
Emergency alert.
Yep, here it is.
Emergency alert.
Our old friend.
Emergency incineration command. Automatic incineration will take action in
Junpei Vision? It swapped me over to Junpei Vision now.
18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Man, I knew what it was gonna say, but that was one hell of a creepy voice.
やっぱり
Yep.
始まったな。サンタが自動焼却システムを作動させたんだね。
ち、
9年も経って、また同じアナウンスを聞くことになるとはな。
Okay. Yup. This is happening now. So yeah, that swap was going from the past where Akane died to now where we're back in current times.
はぁ？なんなのよ、なんなのよ、あんたたち。さっきから9年前だの、実験だの、わけのわからないことばっかり言って。
すまん、ヤシロ。とてもじゃないが、今は説明なんてしてる場合じゃない。
Yeah, we really don't.
無事にここから脱出することができたら、その時に教えてやるよ。
でも、
Installation will start in 17 minutes.
聞こえたでしょ？それとも、なんて言ってたのかわからなかった？
Yeah, I know that.
バカにしないでよ。今ぐらいの英語ならわかるわ。
だったら、
もうわかったわ。それじゃあもう聞かないわよ。さっきの話は後回しにしてあげる。
Yeah, sorry, Lotus. You're very confused in all of this.
だからその代わり、セブン、なんとかしなさいよ。
はぁ？なんで俺なんだよ。
That was a great read. Huh?
いいから早く焼却システムを止めて。
どうやって？
どっかに緊急停止ボタンみたいなやつがあるはずよ。
ないよ、そんなもの。
なんで知ってんのよ。
9年前に調べたからだよ。
Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait. The floor, it's moving. Huh? The hell is that? A Poltergust 9000? What else can I say about it, but...
なんだよ、あれ。
Yeah, that's probably what I would say too. It looks like a vacuum cleaner.
なんなの？
Okay, so yeah, this is where we're gonna be... Basically, we're using information from the past to get us out of this situation. So how did you figure this out? The floor opened and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off even as more took their place, and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on the screen is a reflection of my own face. Looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down. Everything's gonna be okay. Ah! Man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Installation
Yeah, I know,
will
right?
start in 15 minutes.
Alright, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, then it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
ちょっとどきなさいよ。
Gah. Hey, we're all tense, lady. That doesn't mean you gotta shove people around. I mean, that looks like a keyboard, and Lotus is like, this is my time to shine.
主電源は入ってるみたいね。でも、モニターには何も表示されてない。
Very weird looking keyboard, though.
弱ったわね。何も映ってないんじゃ、手の打ちようが。
Is it plugged in? Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... Oh, what fresh hell is this? Huh. Well, at least it's on now. It's on the screen, though. What is this? That's what I'm saying, Clover.
なんだ？
What's up?
パズルみたいね。
Got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
もしかして、このパズルを解けば。
焼却システムが止まる。そういうことかもしれないわね。
This was rude to put us through, Santa, but I guess you know we're going to be able to solve it because we have the same memories that Akane does. Alright, puzzle, how do you work? Oh man, that goddamn voice again. Yeah, this would
Installation will start in
destroy my ability to concentrate. Shit, 13 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I'm sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. The connection to Junpei had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured out over them. Then I heard a voice.
おい、何をやってる?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face, a frightening, evil face. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching over me?
どうすればいいのかわからないのかい?
He was yelling, but his voice was still
そ
muffled.
れじゃ教えてやろう。簡単なことだよ。
Simple, really, but I
この
suppose.
マップに表示されているパズルを解けばいいんだ。
Okay, you're clearly saying something else and that didn't do that, but yeah, this is hilarious. This is such a super villain line. Solve the puzzle on that machine, yeah. His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. Bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
異常者!
おいおい、こんな誠実な紳士を捕まえておいて変態はないだろ、変態は。さあ、私は常に誠実でフェアな男だ。強打までは一切しない。
You see, I've even left you a way out.
助かる
言っただろ、パズルを解きさえすればいいんだよ。そうすれば焼却システムを止めることができる。
道？止められたってどうせ同じでしょ。あなたに捕まってもう一度同じようなことさせられるんだ。私はあなたの言いなりにはなりません。こんなこと何度も何度も繰り返されるくらいなら私はここで死にます。
Yeah, I mean, that's sound logic and will probably piss him off.
やれやれ。君はまるで私の話を聞いていないようだね。私はフェアな男だと言ったじゃないか。パズルを解いたらレッドの認証機能も復活するようになってるんだよ。今のような理由で実験を投げ出されては困るからね。それで先手を打っておいたんだ。
レッドの認証機能って。
Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
気づいたかね。今レッドには2つの数字が入力されている。1つは1、もう1つは3だ。ところで茜君、君のバングルナンバー。
Okay, yeah. So, alright, so I was wondering why you did that, because it was specifically only 2. So, okay, yeah, makes sense, it makes sense. Look down at my left hand. Face on my bracelet showed a 5, yeah, I remembered that you were a 5 earlier when it showed him grabbing your wrist. Yep. I ran to the door with the 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel. Yeah, I mean, as he just said, we have to solve the puzzle for that to work.
君は本当に人の話を聞かないやつだな。
Yeah, I mean, I did props for trying, I guess, but we are kind of on a time limit here, and the puzzle seems to be the only way out. Hear Hongo's muffled voice from across the room.
パズルを解いたらレッドの認証機能も復活する。そう言っただろう。当然じゃないか。君はバカなのか。そのぐらい確かめなくても理解したまえ。
Uh-huh.
どうしてなんでこんなひどいこと。
はあ、君にはわかるまい。猿に囲まれて日々を生きていくことの辛さなど。さあ、実験を始めよう。パズルを解くんだ。
無理です。私には解けません。
そんなことは承知の上だ。だったらどうすればいいか考えろ。What?
Yeah, access the morphogenetic field and find the solution. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but yeah, sometimes it lets the entire thing play and then stops, and then sometimes it keeps going when there's text that's not even on the screen yet. And it's difficult to know when sometimes.
できません。
できなければお前は死ぬだけだ。生きながらにして身を焼かれてな。熱いぜ。苦しいぜ。
God. Okay. Evil villain laugh. I imagine it'll be very painful, yeah. Okay, I didn't hear this laugh, so I was confused. His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration was 10.
Oh, shut up! So done with you. I was crying, great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor. Yeah, I mean, we have to access the field, but you said you couldn't access Junpei right now. What was I going to do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating, and my blood was boiling in my veins. The weird part here is, like, for the sake of the experiment, it was supposed to be that a sibling was connected to a sibling. And obviously Akane and Junpei are not siblings. They are childhood friends, so I'm curious how exactly you even got connected to Junpei in the first place in the field. I'm guessing it's something to do with both you and Aoi being in the same group somehow messing things up. But then, in that case, what was Aoi doing the entire time as well? Who was he connected to if Akane was connected to Junpei? It was hot. So hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. Okay, so this is the same stuff that was happening before with you. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Junpei had given me. Okay. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed. Okay, back to Junpei vision. Yup, I gotta help.
あかね
何なのよ、茜って。
うるさいお前らは黙っててくれ
Yeah, he's having a moment. Seven and Fighters don't understand. Yeah, I can't blame them. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter, they're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
あかね聞こえるかあかね聞こえたら返事をしてくれ
Fuck! Did something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Shit.
あかね答えてくれあかね
I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course. But I'd heard it so clearly, like he was right there. I screamed as loud as I could.
あかね
That's her, she's there. Then that means...
あかねお前もしかして今焼却炉にいるんじゃないか
Well, this is wild that this is even happening. I mean, I'm still confused on how we even have a connection going into the future or past. Like, they explained a little bit of it when they started the whole Akane Vision thing. I'm just like, how did you two get this connection? Especially with the future version of you, not the current version of you. Because there's still a little young Junpei running around living his happiest life somewhere in her world, I think. I couldn't believe that he knew that. Now we understand what Santa meant. Okay, this is what you meant by saving your sister. So who is the one that's in this world right now? Who is that? Who's June?
亡くなった妹を茜を助ける方法が
Okay, this makes sense why Santa's doing all of this now, and especially why Santa locked us in this room, so we would be forced to access the field and go back in time to save her. I think I get it now.
This narration will start
Yeah, shut up!
7 minutes.
As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
わかった
And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all this means. I know why the Nanuri game was held today. Yeah, we know that. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. Yup. Yup. Not only for revenge, but also to save your sister. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is... Zero is... Kane Kurashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago? What? She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. Okay. I believe I get where this is going, what this is going for, but ow. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Kane Kurashiki. I must save her no matter what.
Installation will start in...
So... are we all just like a... I don't know, honestly. This might not even be a past-future thing currently. This might be her, like, manifesting the, like, version of the future that she can see in her head in an attempt to save her in the past, and the past is the real world, but this isn't, but also is? Okay.
6 minutes.
The voice reminded me of how much time I had left.
ああ、分かってるよ。待ってろ。必ず助けてやるからな。絶対にお前を死なしたりはしない。絶対に。だから安心して待ってるんだ。いいな。
My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. Felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him. Okay, so... the whole being hot because you're, like, the current version of June is basically still mentally here? And physically here, I guess makes sense. Okay, so that's why she would get hot and randomly pass out. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Snake talking to them about something? Whatever, doesn't matter. Get out of my way.
ちょっと何よ。
いいから黙ってろ。
Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. Apologize later, alright? Now let's have a look at this thing. Got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order. So I just need to switch these out. Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. I'll just have to try it.
これまでやってきたことを俺自身の力で自分だけの力で
Oh, I have bad news for you, Junpei. I hope you're the one solving this, not me. Ah, fuck. Ah, shit. Oh, this isn't good. Hints. Oh. When I pressed hint, numbers appeared in the empty spots. They're all single digits. I get the feeling the numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. I did not mean to do... reset. Reset. Okay. I want to figure a little bit of this out myself. So, A would be a 10. Switch here. Okay. So yeah, I swapped those out, except for the 1. The 1 can't be swapped out. Okay, so now I'll take that first hint. Pressing the button again makes the numbers disappear. Looks like I can turn them on and off. Is there some special meaning to there being 2 modes? What could it mean? Cause yeah, you turn it on and you turn it off. Okay, I thought it was giving me too many hints there, but I don't actually think that's what it was doing. When I flip the hint off, all the empty slots look like the one in the bottom right. When I flip the hint off, all of the empty slots look like the one in the bottom right. Does that mean they're supposed to match? Oh. Maybe I need to make all the numbers in the squares the same. What? Maybe I need to make all the numbers in the squares the same. So... Okay... I don't see how... Okay, let's see, I have a 1. If I swap this... Oh, okay, that's what you mean. That's what you mean. Okay, okay, so this is like a super Sudoku, I think. And I'm going to guess that they want it all to be 9. So... That's 9. That's 9. 8. 7. That changes that. So no, I think 8 does need to be there. This 7... I don't know what to do with you, is the problem. And this S is... an issue. Yeah, because I need this to be higher. Okay, like I said, I probably don't want to mess with this too much, because this looks pretty much right already. So that makes you 9. Yeah, we just kind of have to work our way out. So I think this 8 needs to stay. This needs to be 3. And then this needs to be... What about an S right there? It makes this 9. So these are all 9. Now I just need to fix this. D? No. S? Makes both of you 7, but not 9. I need you to be 9. I really, really need you to be 9. Is S the highest thing I have? I think possibly. 5, yeah. S is the best thing I've got here. So... God, this is very weird. Like I said, I'm guessing 9 is what they want, and I'm really working with that idea in mind. To try and make this work. So that's... yeah, P needs to be there. And S probably needs to be there. So I think this... Well, no, there's... Well, that just gets me to... Damn it, that just gets me to 8, so that's still not even going to work. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of moving stuff around, trying to jog a potential idea out here. 7? Still just makes those 8. Okay, so we are going to have to mess with this a little bit, I think. A little bit. I don't even remember what I had here originally now. Okay, there's 9. So that's fixed. Now, can I fix this so it becomes 9? I think that's impossible with that current setup. Yeah, it's kind of just a cascading series of issues. Because there's always like a little bit that doesn't work. Because this, I think I want to keep. You... be 5. W... 7. No, that doesn't work. I need this to be 9. Somehow. And I don't think that's going to work with this. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to make that 9 with the... Oh wait, no, 3. 3, 3, 3. Yeah, 3 works. Okay. So now, I think what I'm trying to do... I'm kind of thinking about this like a sliding block puzzle. I think if I slowly move this up to here... I can kind of make this work. Possibly. Because now at this point, I need to change this to like a 5. Is there a way to get 9 out of this? Yes. Okay, cool. So now I need to change this because we need you to be 9. Ooh, that's not going to work. Oh? Wait, that's it, right? I think I just got it. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Is that not it? It displays what the adjacent squares add up to, so most of the answers should be 2 digits. But each square only has a single digit. They must be calculated in a different way. Digital roots? If they're digital roots, then they'll always end up as 1 digit. Okay, yeah. But they all say the same number right now. But I'm guessing it's messed up because one of them is like... Well, no, even if it was 19, that still wouldn't... How is that not the solution? It told me I had to get all the numbers the same, and... I'm looking at every single number, and they all appear to be the same to me. Damn it, I thought I had it. Add the numbers, but there are letters here too. Wait, haven't I used letters? Yeah, I know that's hexadecimal. I've gathered that. Maybe I need to replace the letters with numbers. Yeah, I know. I think I got the gist of the puzzle up top. I need to make all the digital roots the same. But what number? Switching out a yellow square affects all hint squares around it. Wait. Well, one square doesn't get a hint number. The 9th spot at the bottom. So, you're talking about here? One square doesn't get a hint. Yeah. Only this one stays blank. Maybe a fixed number goes inside. So the 9th square has a different rule. Only I knew what number goes here. I'm back to confused again. So it mentioned this needs to match at some point, but I'm confused at what the fuck it is talking about. It said this one needed to match, so I was thinking like, oh, whatever mysterious number is here, you need to put here, which I'm guessing it's not 9, because I just got 9, so... It's not 9, is what we're learning. My next guess would be all of them need to be 5? I'm changing so much it's just getting messy. Maybe I should reset. I'll set everything back to its original state. Oh, wait a second. When everything is in its original spot, something lines up in the bottom squares. Looks like kind of like it could be a word. Okay, that's something. When everything's back in its original spot, something lines up. Okay, I've sat here and I've stared at this particular configuration of letters, and it won't give me the hints where Junpei mentioned maybe there's some words in here, so I can't look at the exact wording again. Now Junpei just uselessly says I should probably restart, but doesn't give me the more important hint that I would like to read again, just to make sure I got the language right, but I see nothing in this. The only thing I see is 1A, 3S, 5O, 7D. And there's no way that can spell a word, because what word has 7 Ds in it? Oh, okay, wait, I do see one thing. I can straight up spell password. My god, that was it? That was it? That was it! The entire time! It was just spell password with the letters? Oh my god, I was sitting here thinking about hexadecimals and numbers so much, I didn't even need to worry about that at all. Oh my god. Oh god. Fuck, I hate myself. Okay, password. So, is it just password? Again? No, error? Okay. Okay. Reset. So I put password in, but what's the actual... Uh-oh. Okay, so I solved that, but now... Is 9? Oh my god, the password's... It's 9. It's just 9.
よし、解けたぜ。
Okay, yeah. I mean, 9 was the number that we got to match up on all of them, so I was like, but when I think of password, I think of more than a single digit, so... Oh god, I should not be playing games like this.
あかね、どうだ？伝わったか？
はい、私の方も解けました。っていうか、解いてくれたのはチンペイくんですけど、私はただそれをなぞっただけで。
I barely solved it myself, girl. Just shut up, please. I need to end this episode because God, that was a trash fire. Oh God, I shouldn't play puzzle games. It was just spell out password on the bottom. I was getting so caught up with like the numbers and everything going on there that I didn't think it would be as easy as just spelling password on the bottom. And then there's the thing where Junpei said, like, reset it, and then doesn't that look like it spells out a word? So I thought the things that I was being shown there was the word, and that's what the game was trying to give me. But no, it meant, hey, there's almost a word on the bottom, so you have to move the things to figure that out. I'm such a fool. I hate myself. But we end now. That's an episode at least, so... Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time for some more.